Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Today, I got a #1 deck for you in Historic, one that I've actually been slightly playing in terms of an archetype, so I'm very happy about this and have spent a lot of time. So with that said, Planeswalkers, before we go ahead and check out this #1 deck, quickly I just want to say thank you. I appreciate your support. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. If you like the video, please like it. You can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, stay up to date on content like this. All right, so what deck is this that I speak of that's #1? Well, my friends, we have a #1 historic mono red burn deck. It does got a lot of creatures in it as well, but it is very fast, very potent, and does absolute work on our opponents. Now, this particular deck, again, #1 is by Kenji Tsumura, Tsumura. So congratulations to them. Very excited to be able to play this one for you today. We'll go ahead and take a look at the deck list, which is available for you down below in the description. So if you have questions, comments, please feel free to ask. Additionally, as we work our way through the deck and into the gameplay and sideboard and all that fun jazz, please feel free to ask questions down below in the comments. I'm always happy to help and answer those for you. Now, quickly here, let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got going on, and then absolutely want to talk through some of the key things here to keep in mind. So first off, we are running 21 lands, so fits my profile of roughly 20 in best of 1, but also again for best of 3 here, it's pretty tight. We got Run 'em Up runes as well here, so this is a awesome land card. Sacrifice this because it's a desert and it's only deserts in our land pool. Deals 2 damage to each opponent, so it can activate things like Light Up the Stage, which is always important, or give us graveyard fill for things like Grim Lavamancer as well. So key here, we got Grim Lavamancer, so a great transition into our 1-drops. We can exile 2 cards from our graveyard, deal 2 damage to any target, so that's important to remember. Now, it can work against Lava Runner here if you're pulling sorcery cards. And then here is a awesome newcomer. I'm actually going to move it, and we're going to read this verbatim because it's pretty important here. So Soulscar Mage. So this was actually one of the main reasons why I started running Mono Red Burn myself. This creature has prowess, but also if a source we control deals non-combat damage to a creature an opponent controls, we can put -1/-1 counters on them instead. Now, this is important to remember and keep this in mind because we'll come back to it here in a second. Now, a couple things here. Also in our 2-drops, we got lots of burn. We got our Viashino Pyromancer, lovely Light Up Stage. Rampaging Ferocidon is important. A lot of people forget this thing has Menace, but the ability to shut down the gain life is huge. This locks out a lot of the sack decks. It also locks out Euro when it's on the board, which is important. So having this turn 3 to their turn 3 gives us some viability. And then lovely Chain Whirler here, so this is perfect against things like mono blue. It's perfect if you can get it on the board. Perfect against mono green Elves decks, and then also sack decks, and then our favorite Goblin friends. Next, we got Experimental Frenzy. So this is very important for us. This gives us a lot of ability after we burn through our cards, because we're going to play fast, hot, and heavy. We get some opportunity to play from the top of our deck. Now, don't forget, it does get shut down by Grafdiggers, so we got to keep that in mind depending on who we're playing, because that's going to be very important as well. So that rounds out the main board deck list. We're going to go ahead and talk about the sideboard and then talk about some of the sideboard options here. So first off, remember when I was talking about Soulscar Mage? Red Cap melee is key here. So if we hit a creature with red cap, it's going to deal -4/-4 in counters. We're not going to have to sack a land. So that is a pro tip for you that you should not forget. Where would you play this? I would play this against any creature heavy decks. I would also play it against Planeswalker decks too, because you may need that additional reach. That's going to be very important for you to keep in mind. So sack, the Goblins decks, mono green, those kinds of things. This one's going to work out really well. Next, Abrade. So anytime our opponents are running artifacts, so this is going to be things like the mono black gift deck, This is also great against the sack decks. You can get off John Bolas's Citadel, any of the Cat Oven stuff, and then additionally, if you need the extra reach on the creatures, this can act as another Lightning Strike. Except Lightning Strike is 3 damage to any target. This is going to be towards creatures. Next, a great card people always forget about is Fry. So even though it's narrow with white or blue, it's uncounterable, and that's going to be very important against things like mono blue, not brew, but yeah, can be brew. Mono blue and our friends Azorus. So against those control decks, you're absolutely going to want this. Additionally, this may work out really well for you against the Sultai Shells and some of the Simic ramp stuff. Next, we have Lava Coil. So again, opportunities to exile here. We're going to want to play this against creature-heavy decks. You're also going to want to play this against things that you don't want to go into your opponent's graveyard. That's going to be really important. You can always double up, so you can deal the shock with a Lava Coil on top and get that Euro off the board as well. So lots of good options there. Next, Bone Crusher. So pro tip here, a lot of people always forget this. This damage, when we cast this, the damage can't be prevented this turn. And I'm calling this out, and this may be the first time you hear this, but there's a lovely deck called 9 Lives with counters, and it becomes a circular deck, and it becomes impossible to break your way through. This will shut that deck down. You hit them in the face, and then you deal as much damage as you can that turn, and hopefully that will clock them to 0, and that will give you the win. So something to think about and remember, and very important there for you as well. Additionally, you can play this against other creature-based decks, other mono red decks that are running creatures. You're going to want to play this. Getting the extra body on the board is going to help you out. Rampaging Ferocidon, we already talked about this one. Again, the life gain, shutting down some of the sack stuff, very important. Last, we got Hazoret the Fervent. So I like this as another finishing card. The ability to discard, deal 2 damage to our opponents is big, but we can only have 1 card in hand, and Indestructible on Haste is always very, very nice. So quickly here, this deck does actually run on the sideboard 1 extra Experimental Frenzy. I'm running 3, but I sideboarded in a Abrade instead. I will give you the correct list so that you have it. If you'd like to go that's another option for you as well. All right, Planeswalkers, enough said about this lovely #1 historic mono red deck. We are absolutely going to go take it in some ranked matches. I am currently top 1200-ish. So let's go ahead and play. We're going to play some best of 1 first, and then we will hop into our best of 3 matches. So very excited about this. Like I said, I've been playing a ton of historic and really enjoy the mono red burn, and it works great in best of 1 as well. So quickly, Planeswalkers, before we decide what's going to happen and before we keep our hand or mulligan against Grixis Shelver here, just want to say thank you. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. You can like the video if you are liking it or enjoy it, and then you can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch as well. So what do we got going on? So if we view the battlefield, we got Aluris here. It could be a Aura's deck. We got 1 burn. We're going to try it because we got this guy too and light up the stage. All right, you guys know that I love to be on mute. Green, so it is going to be something else here, which is going to be, I don't know. Lots of land. So let's see if they bring that back from the graveyard. That's fine. So I'm actually going to get real aggressive here. I'm going to shoot for the face and put him at 6 because we do have the experimental frenzy here. So obviously a big risk, but we're gonna try it. And we got a 2-turn clock anyway. So right now, we do not have lethal. They don't have reds, they can't bring something back there. So we go there, and we're gonna be real close. So they got 4. They can sack their fiend. Or sack something else. We actually have game because we have run 'em up ruins. And this is why this card is great. Alright, we took it down. A Golgari sack graveyard filled deck, which I've actually been seeing a lot more of. Alright, looking good. Moved up 70 spots. Always chipping, my friends. Always chipping up here. It's 1 step forward, 5 steps back. Alright, on to our next match. So our deck held up very well. Very happy about that play. Worked out nicely. Alright, Veggie Mead. Vegemede. I will keep this. We got another Luris deck. Another Luris deck. Bum bum bum. I'm doing good work here, my friends, so far. Then after this, we'll play our best of 3 game, and we'll talk a little bit about the sideboard. So very excited about that. Now, quickly, as we are waiting for our opponents, just want to say thank you as always. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. You can like the video if you're enjoying the matches and the content, and you can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. All right, we'll keep this. So lots of options. We got a good turn 1, turn 2, and if we can draw a land in the interim here, we'll have a good turn 3, depending on what they're playing. So probably, if I would guess, a sack deck, rakdos sack. I don't know. Pyromancer. There you go. Let's do this. And this. And yes, I did not hang on to that on purpose. Give us the most value. This is going to be a rakdos sack deck. When we see young Pyromancer, that is exactly what it is. So they finally hit what they needed there. So good news is they got nothing they can pull back from the graveyard. I guess maybe beside claim. I guess I can pull claim back if they want to. Let's do this. Gonna hang on to my burns. So we got 6. We don't have lethal next turn. Now if they play claim though, I'm actually gonna drop land. Drop a land. All right. So we have lethal next turn. They don't have enough to bring Kroxa back yet. They don't have the right mana base. Let's go resolve. So we have lethal here if they don't double block. Good game. Boom. Top 300 player down. All right, moving on up. They're a little bit better. Close to 100 spots. How it goes, my friends. So we have now completed the best of 1 matches. Let's go ahead and take this deck into best of 3, where it is actually traditionally a best of 3 deck. So traditional, historic, ranked, we are on it. Number 1, Kenji Tsumura, I think. Probably botched that. Tsumura, yep, Kenji Tsumura. So we're doing very well, very happy with this. Again, a great deck for both best of 1 and best of 3. So we got a top 900 players. So this time we're a little bit closer. Blade Runner. I have actually played Blade Runner quite a bit. Let's see, what are they playing though? I don't remember what they're playing. It's actually been a day or two, so I don't quite remember. Oh, I'm gonna mulligan. Oh, no. There we go. We'll keep 5. I don't remember what they're running, so we're going to do this. So next turn we can do 9 and put him at 10. Ah, it's Bant. Alright. It is a Bant deck. So we can go, oh shoot, we didn't have a wipe. We could go, what's that, 6, 5, 8, plus, so that would be 6, 9. I don't quite have lethal here. Now, I gotta be careful because
reverse.
So let's see here. 9. It's not going to be enough.
I'm known. Let's skip to the good part.
That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. So we now can go with this.
I won't let you win. How long do you want to wait for a rematch?
Is that instant? No, it's a sorcery. So we will play that. I will put that back on top. So we should be good here. Boom, first one down. So we are gonna run into problems if they have board wipers. To Fury, this will need Fry, and I would also, I'm gonna probably put in Crushers and these two, and maybe go there. I'm gonna drop 2 Chain Whirlers. I'm gonna drop Grim. We want speed still. And I would consider, I'm going to keep those, because if they hit the board, that's going to be more damage. Then drop the Chain Whirlers. So shut down life. Don't let damage get through. I think that's what we're going to do. I like Soul Scar still. And then if they do sideboard in artifacts, we'll have to put that in next turn. So let's go from there. Blade Runner running the Bant deck. Alright, it's a good start for us. I'm gonna play this, we'll see if they counter it. That's fine. Because we got another one. Alright, no to Fury. We have lethal next turn. Hopefully no board wipe. I can move up to Fury. That I can live with too. So as long as no Euro, no life gain, we'll be okay. Because we can do a double run 'em up ruins. We got it. Woo. Beat down the Bant deck. So top 300. Wow, what a run today. moving into the top 800s, knocked down 2 best-of-1 matches, and then beat a Bant in best-of-3. Let's go back and take a look at the deck, my friends. Very, very smooth, quick games, obviously, as well, which is very important. So again, this is the #1 mono-red historic deck, mono-red burn by Kenji Tsumura. So congratulations again. What a well put job. And obviously the fact that we can beat some of the more control decks with this speaks well. So, all right, Planeswalkers, here's what we got going on again. The deck list is available for you down below. Please let me know if you got questions, comments. Happy to help. Hopefully some of the sideboard options that we talked about made sense. You can obviously go back and look at the beginning. We'll give you a good idea of how to sideboard some of those options, plus the Bant match. As you saw, kind of how I played that out, we shifted things left in our mana curve here. So it should be this way on the camera, huh? I think something like that. But anyway, Planeswalkers, thank you so much for your support. I always appreciate it. Appreciate your feedback. Feel free to subscribe to the channel down over there. You can also like the video if you like it. Feel free to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter and Twitch. All right, Planeswalkers, we smacked it down today with this mono-red deck. Very exciting. Stay tuned for more historic content coming your way, as well as a lot of other fun things. So, you stay safe. I'll see you again soon. Mythras out. Take care.